What's up everyone, TechCloud here, and in this video I'm going to compare the cameras of the Sony Xperia Z1 Compact and the Nokia Lumia 1520. And both these phones are my favorite phones and both have very good cameras. And both have 20 megapixel cameras. Sony has a slight advantage in terms of hardware that it has a slightly bigger sensor, 1 by 2.3 inch as compared to 1 by 2.5 inch of Lumia 1520, and the lens has slightly bigger aperture. It has a f2.0 lens and 1520 has a f2.4 aperture lens. This f2.0 aperture can be disadvantage at times, especially in daylight conditions. If it's not controlled properly, then it can overexpose some photos. Both have LED flash. However, 1520 has dual LED flash, which is somewhat powerful than the Xperia Z1 Compact flash. Above all, software wise, I believe 1520 has a better advantage in terms of manual controls, and Nokia has the best manual controls in all camera phones that I have seen to date, and I really like their manual controls. This is the video footage from the Canon 6D, and I'm putting here just for the sake of reference that this is how the actual scene looks like, and let's compare how both phones have shot this particular scene. As far as the video capabilities of the both phones are concerned, then both does not have anything special about the video quality, and both phones actually are not known for their video quality, and I will not actually use any one of these to make any video because the Z1 Compact has the focusing issues. As you can see, it is as I pan around, especially in the low light, the focus is very touchy and it's trying to focus all the time. If Sony can fix this focusing issues, then I will prefer the video output from the Z1 Compact over the 1520 any day. This is the HDR video of Z1 Compact, and at night actually it darkens the video to hide the noise. In the daylight it bring up the shadows, which is how HDR should look like. On the other hand, the 1520 makes a very noisy video. As you can see in this particular scene, there is a lot of noise. Maybe after the YouTube upload it will not show as much noise, but the actual shot has a lot of noise and also the blue cast as well. Now let's look at some of the photos, and let's make Canon 6D again the reference point. And at night actually, once again 1520 has better shots in terms of clarity and noise control, whereas the color wise Lumia 1520 at night is slightly dull, and I would like to see more warmer tones just like the Canon 6D is giving me, because this was the original scene when I was taking these photos, because there were so many tungsten lights and I want to see those yellow lights. I know with the white balance I can cancel out these yellow lights as well and the yellow tones as well, but I like to keep it there. Z1 Compact is also doing a great job here, and the f22 aperture is very good at low light. However, the software processing, I believe the Nokia is doing a slightly better job. All the smartphones have struggled in the past to show the accurate colors of this particular wall, and these two phones are no different, and both struggles to show better colors. In my previous video where I compared the Z1 Compact camera with the iPhone 5s camera, and I pointed out that indoors the Z1 Compact has slightly washed out colors, which makes the picture look washed out and dull and less contrasty. And here I'm watching the same trend, and I can see 1520 doing a much better job here. At times the colors are not pretty accurate on 1520, but most of the time it is giving me same colors that I'm getting from my Canon 6D, which is actually showing exactly the same colors that I see on these shots. And also 1520 is giving me slightly less noisier images than Z1 Compact for most of the time. But some of the images actually Z1 Compact look better in terms of noise. But the color accuracy, I will have to say that Z1 Compact does not have as good color accuracy indoors and low light conditions. And 1520 also at times struggles to show the exact colors, but they are smartphones, so considering they are smartphones, both are doing a good job, but I believe 1520 is slightly better. There are times when both phones are not showing accurate colors, and I have found that the iPhone 5s actually shows better and more accurate colors indoors under the artificial lighting as compared to Z1 Compact or 1520. 1520 also has at times shown dull colors and has at times the white balance issues, but they are easy to correct. As I said previously, 1520 has a dual LED flash and it's more powerful than the Z1 Compact flash, and these photos will actually tell you the same story, that the 1520 is able to light the scene better than the 1520, and also it retains the color better. In this particular tire shot, the tire is having better colors on 1520. However, 1520 has the color bending issues at times when you are using flash, just like you see on this photo of this white van. This bending is there even without the flash and only apparent on white objects. And here in this particular shot, you will find the Z1 Compact has less powerful flash than the 1520, as you can see in these shots. Now let's compare the daylight shots, and these shots I took hour and a half before the sunset and sun was still out. However, there were some shades, and because of the shades 1520 did have some white balance issues, which are actually understandable because many cameras have white balance issues when there is sunlight and as well as shades mixed together, and it's very easy to fix. Just put the white balance into daylight. That's how simple is that. On the other hand, the Z1 Compact has at times overexposure issues, which is resulting into washed out colors, and that's also simple to fix. And you have to go into the manual mode and you have to reduce the exposure compensation by a notch or two depending on the scene and depending on the correction you want. And here you can see I'm correcting both Z1 Compact photos as well as the 1520 photos. Z1 Compact photos are corrected for exposure and the 1520 photos are corrected for white balance, and they are actually giving me exactly the same type of or very similar color as compared to 6D. And the thing is, the 6D I don't require any correction because it is handling the scene pretty easily, whereas these are the smartphones, so I have to make some corrections, or if I don't want to make corrections I can accept the result as it is. But generally I will say that I will use the Z1 Compact photos even out of the camera very easily, no issues. Whereas the 1520 white balance issues are more severe but very easy to fix. Once you are in the daylight white balance setting, then no need to edit any photo, and even you can use the photos right out of the phone. No issues here. And as far as the level of detail and clarity is concerned, once again the 1520 is beating Z1 Compact, because I believe the Nokia is doing a better software processing as compared to Sony. Now these shots are actually taken on cloudy day, which was today, and because of the cloudy day, both Z1 Compact and the 1520 again has some white balance issues, and I have corrected the white balance on both phones, and picture become much more pleasing in colors and much more acceptable and usable. However, at times on Z1 Compact I was not able to correct the colors. For example, this photo I put it into the daylight, but it becomes a little bit more warmer than I wanted it to be. However, on 1520, if I correct the white balance, the color came out very good. Look at this shot, very close to 60. DSLRs are still very good at the dynamic range, and the smartphones cannot beat or compare with the DSLRs. For example, this particular shot, it's too dark on Z1 Compact, and it is actually exposing for the sky, whereas 1520 is exposing for the tree and the sky was a little bit blown out. Same is the story here, but the things can easily fixed. Z1 Compact can take HDR photos and you can see issue is fixed, whereas the 1520 you can use the bracketing and later on you can convert it into HDR on your computer. If you want to take macro, then Z1 Compact will allow you to go more closer as compared to 1520. It's time to decide a winner. Both phones are actually doing a great job in all type of lighting conditions, and both are very good. And there are actually some characteristics which make Sony Xperia Z1 Compact more compelling, because it's a waterproof phone, so obviously you can take underwater. Since this video has nothing to do with the waterproofing, it is only about the image quality of the pictures taken with these cameras. So as far as the image quality is concerned, then I have to say the 1520 has slight edge over the Z1 Compact. Whereas the video quality is concerned, the Z1 Compact makes better video than 1520. If you like to take macro shots, then again Z1 Compact is better for you. If you compare the manual controls of the two cameras, then the 1520 has landsliding victory, because these shots, look at these shots. These shots are taken with the 1020, which is pretty similar to 1520, but the reason why I am including 1020 photos, because the cameras are pretty similar and I have a camera grip for 1020. And I took this photo using the longer exposure, which means the low shutter speed. And look at these photos. These photos are not even, doesn't look like that they are taken from a smartphone. It looks that they are taken from some expensive camera. That's only because of the manual controls, and no other phone than the Lumia 1520 or 1020 can do that. As far as the still photos are concerned, nothing can still beat the 1020 or 1520 manual controls, because with manual controls you can increase the picture quality even more, which is already very good, and you can take it little bit higher as well. Look at these shots. These are all low light shots taken at night, and excellent shots, excellent result, only because of the longer exposure and the manual controls. And other than the longer exposures, these manual controls can do wonder for you. For example, the sunset, you can use actually the faster shutter speed and lower ISO to get that the warm look that you get on the sunset. Considering all these things and the slightly better picture quality of 1520, so I will consider 1520 has slight edge over the Z1 Compact. So I will consider 1520 as a winner of this competition. Rest is up to you guys, choose whatever you like, but since this video is mine and this review is mine, so I will consider 1520 as a better still camera. For video, I will not prefer both phones. So guys, I hope that you have liked the video. Take care. See you. Bye.